And welcome in, everyone. We tried to get to use some audio. Unfortunately, our mics couldn't pick up the was a trumpet solo playing the national anthem. Young man from Holly High School. Unfortunately, could not catch his name. We were far enough up, and with the headsets on, we couldn't get him. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. We are in here at the 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament. Our coverage on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv of this tournament is presented by the Holiday Motel located at 404 North Main here in Lamar. You can contact them at 719-336-9754 or look them up on the line, holidaymotellamar.com. We are in championship semifinal round now. Our first semifinal, it's the girls. The home team, Wiley Panthers. The visitors, Springfield Longhorns. Let's get our starting lineups. I'm going to start off with the guests from Springfield. Head coach Mike Jaco, assistant coach Renee Laughlin. We'll go with number 3, Taylor Conkle. She is a 6'1 junior. Number 14, Kiri Ricker, a 5'8 senior. Number 22, Kayleen Orlowski, a 5'8 senior. Number 30, Adrian Mondragon, a 5'9 senior. And number 32, Bree Stafford, a 5'3 senior. Now for the home team, the Wiley Panthers. They are coached by Brian Dunning and his assistant coach, Lee Rogers. They'll throw out a roster lineup that begins with number 10, Kim States, 5'5 senior. Number 11 is Terry Johnson, a 5'11 senior. Oops, I got the wrong initial in there on number 11. I hit a bad keystroke. It should be Terry Johnson. Number 14, Sabra Purdue, a 5'7 senior. Number 35, Beth McDougall, a 5'8 senior. And number 45, Amber Torres, a 5'7 senior. Saw some pretty impressive individual performances yesterday in for both of these teams in their quarterfinal victories. For Springfield, Kiri Ricker got it going on the outside, and a strong inside performance from Adrian Mondragon. For Wiley, look for number 10, States on the baseline. Johnson, number 11, also effective on the baseline. And inside, McDougall is a load to handle. She, when she is able to stay out of foul trouble, she is tough. As we first came in live, before we started to pull up audio or anything, the public address announcer, we started the session, moment of silence for those affected by the tragedy, the school shooting in Connecticut today. Again, we offer our thoughts and prayers to all of those people involved in that. Back to basketball, and it's Springfield off the tip. Inside is Mondragon, and Springfield immediately to the pressure. Purdue will pull it out and set the offense against the man defense. Torres puts up the lefty in the paint, and she scores it. So we've seen post presence early from both sides. Wiley in the zone. Underneath. Missed shot by Orlowski. And the jump ball to Wiley. It's a 1-2-1-1 press. Orlowski with that basket. Four to 2 start. Wiley running a motion set against the man defense. Purdue starts the drive. Had a nice seal from McDougall. Dumps it into McDougall. Nice up and off the glass. Ties us at 4. 1-3-1. States picks it up at midcourt now, looking like man. Moves tipped out of bounds. Nope, lost out of bounds by Stafford. See if we can figure out that defense, get a better look at it next time down the floor. This is a full deny up front. States tracks it down. Gets it off to McDougal. Up ahead quickly. Purdue, it's a 2-on-1. Drop across the paint. Torres, unable to get it down. Gets her own miss. Back up and scores it. Amber Torres, all 10 points scored so far in the paint. Matching up in the zone. It's a 1-3-1 match. And a foul on Torres, her first. Had to wait to see if defender went through with a cutter. Did not. That tells you zone. And Orlowski misses the shot. Purdue getting a screen from States, taking it to the corner. Feed inside, McDougal, nice move, step through, gets it. Wiley deciding to pound it inside early. Yesterday, it was all from the outside. And until that's how they opened up the interior. Now using the interior game to try to open up the outside game. Follow inside. That is Mondragon. Bucket and the bump. That's on Torres. Brittany Shetron, 5'11" freshman, will check into the Springfield lineup. She had a solid game yesterday. Mondragon to the line, trying to complete the three-point play, and does. She has 5 quick ones. Have to look back through our notes on our first time out and see exactly what we had her for. Miscommunication. Cutter came through. Purdue threw it, and it'll go out of bounds. Turnover for Springfield. "15-foot jumper for Shetron, no good. And a foul on the rebound. That's on McDougal, her first. Torres checks out. She's replaced by Maggie Schneider, number 24. Tip on the inbounds. Stafford looked at 3. Johnson blocks it. It's States. States with 1 to beat. Now it's 2. She puts it up, misses it. And the trailer, Orlowski with the rebound. Quickly ahead, Mondragon. Schneider picks her pocket from behind. Got to have that extra sense of where the defender is. When somebody's coming up from behind you, that's where teammates are usually hollering wolf. Don't know if anybody did, but Springfield will get it back on the turnover. Return pass tipped out of bounds by States. 4:15 to go. We're looking at an 8-7 score in favor of Wiley. Trying to feed inside for Shetron. Tipped out of bounds by Schneider. Looking to get it inside. Mondragon will step out and let Shetron work the post. Now Shetron comes out and sets the screen. Getting into her in the high post. Drop it back outside. Back into the low post. Turn. No. And a board for Johnson. And Wiley will look to push. Into the post. McDougal step through, layup. She has 6. Just an effective post player. Near turnover. Mondragon goes down to get it. And again, that time it will be a turnover. States gets the possession for Wiley. Head Johnson eyeing it from 18. That won't go. Mondragon with a rebound for the Longhorns. The 3-minute mark. They trail by 3. Drive into the paint. Nothing on the contact. Nothing on the shot as it would not go. Rebound pulled down. And Wiley, chance to extend their 3-point advantage. Johnson was looking inside for McDougal. Skip it across. Looking forward on the repost as it tipped away. Now inside, gets deep and scores. Cannot afford to let her establish position on the low post. She will go to work all night long. That's a bad pass. Got a steal. State's out in front. Instead, Purdue will bring it over to Schneider. Looking for McDougal. Shetron banging with her. Trying to front her. But McDougal doing a good job of holding Shetron off, allowing her to get position that she wants. Clear out, ISO for States. Layup high off the glass and in. It's her first field goal. It's football score on the board, 14-7. Panthers on top. Skip it across. Inside Mondragon, turn. Knocked loose. Go out of bounds. I believe we're going to stay on this end. Conkle will replace Mondragon. McDougal gets a well-earned breather as Torres will replace her for Wiley. 3 on its way and down. Curie Ricker. Pass deflected into the bottom of the backboard. It'll stay with Wiley. Full deny man press. And Stafford nearly with a foul on the return. Ball rolling around. And Purdue finally corralled it for Wiley. Stafford called for too much there. Her first. That's the first on Springfield in the quarter. Whitney Westfall will check in for Springfield, replacing Orlowski. Have sub number 22 in on the Wiley side is Bailey Dodson. A quick foul on the post up as soon as Torres touched it. Shetron on that one. It's her first. Lob inside. Johnson kick it out for States. Three-pointer for Johnson is good. 17-10. Wiley. Down to 35 seconds. Conkle's pass stolen. States hits ahead. Dodson. Off glass, no. Tipped out of bounds by Torres with 26 seconds to go in this first quarter. Action filled first. And Dodson near steal. I think we're going to get the foul on 25. Let's see which way he's going to call it. Yep, called it on Dodson. That'll be her first. Ricker to Conkle. Conkle step through. Layup good. Pass tipped out of bounds with 9 seconds to go. It'll still be Wiley's ball, leading by 5. They have enough shooters to get a look. It's Schneider. That won't go. Torres tracks it down. Feed it out. Stolen, and that will do. First quarter completed here in our first girls championship semifinal. Wiley in front of Springfield, 17-12.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719-336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and DirecTV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business. Proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
And starting the second quarter here, it's Springfield ball. Longhorns trailing by 5. An opportunity to go back into our notes from yesterday. It's a steal for Johnson. Head for States. Of course, our stats all unofficial. But in Wiley's victory, it was States with 25 points. McDougal only had 8, but again, she was saddled with early foul trouble. Will be tipped out of bounds by Orlowski. And Springfield's win, 24 points from Mondragon and 17 from Ricker. Orlowski all over the floor, knocking the ball out of bounds. Springfield in the man defense. Purdue drive, and we're going to get a bump call on Ricker. They'll say the hand check. It's her first. Third team foul in the half against Springfield. Dodson, no good. Johnson offensive rebound, that's deflected. And cleaning up inside, McDougal, she has 10. And we've played 1 minute of the second quarter. On her way possibly to a huge night. Orlowski's jumper, no good. States with the board. She looks to push. Longhorns sprinting back. Oh, tipped out of bounds by Conkle. Clear the side for Purdue. Now McDougal asking for it. A 30-second timeout called by Wiley. Offense looked a little stagnant. Coach Dunning wasting no time. Trying to get it squared away quickly. And we're just 90 seconds into the second quarter here. We have our first boys championship semifinal. Following this, it'll be Wiley and Kit Carson. No. Wiley and Holly. That's right. And then our second girls championship semifinal, McClave and Eads. No, that's on the boys' side. McClave, Kit Carson, and then McClave, Grenada on the boys. I'll get it figured out before we leave here. Turnover. Stafford tried to turn and run. Stafford gets it from Mondragon and is fouled by Dodson. That'll be the second on Bailey Dodson. And Stafford will have an opportunity to score a couple of points from the free throw line. Not good on the first one. Second one too strong. Rebound pulled down by McDougal. Outlet knocked out of bounds. There were two Springfield players in the passing lane. Lucky that it was just knocked out of bounds. Feed inside, McDougal again. Step through. This time they'll say she took an extra step. We'll have to take a look at that one once we get this one up on demand. Not going to argue the call. It happened so quick. Officials a heck of a lot closer to the floor than we are. In that 1-3-1 matchup, trap now. And it's a turnover as States comes away with a steal. High-low pass down for McDougal, fouled by Mondragon. It's her first, fourth on the team. Wiley will inbound underneath, nearly stolen by Mondragon. Johnson into the paint, hangs on the rim, falls through. And Mondragon just picked up a second one in a hurry. Give Johnson the bucket and the free throw attempt. Can make it a 10-point game. She can knock this one home. And no, McDougal cleaning up the rebound, stick back no. And Conkle with it for Springfield. Ricker will bring it up for the Longhorns. And the kick out stolen by States. 3 minutes to go, or gone here in the second quarter. Purdue drive, stolen by Conkle. Up ahead, Stafford. She'll let traffic clear. States just what kids used to call puppy garden. Hanging right with her, not letting her get too much separation. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Springfield's possession. Conkle. Skip pass. Ricker, no good on that one. Tap, no, that wasn't Ricker on the far side. I'm lost a little bit here trying to pick up numbers. That was. Now feed inside Conkle, kick across, inside, and Adrian Mondragon scores it. Give her 7. States has it swatted. She was trying to not get it into McDougal, and it was tipped out of there. And it'll be a turnover for the Panthers. Ricker feed inside Mondragon. No good. Schneider with the rebound for Wiley. Down to 3:35 to play in the half. High flex cut. Johnson lost it. Mondragon with it. It's a 2-on-1 hit ahead. Maddie West. Okay, that's number 11. Give her the basket. Cuts it to 5. States open look from 3. Not that time. Conkle, we're going to get a timeout, 30-second timeout by Springfield. A 3:08 left in the half. And it's a little 4-0 run here by Springfield as they try to chip away. They were just down 9. Johnson had a chance to make it 10 with a free throw on that second foul by Mondragon. And unable to knock it down, and it's been Springfield. And the official will spot it for play. Springfield has to run over and get that too real quickly, get it in. Counts on, they just do beat it. When that second horn sounds, the officials are well in their right to put the ball, spot it for play. And it doesn't matter which, the offense or defense is not ready. And Springfield stepped on the sideline. Three, no good. Rebound, Shetron. Off to West. West quickly ahead. And going to be a travel violation over there on Westfall. Torres will come back into the Panther lineup in place of Schneider. Here with 2:39 left in the half. Johnson set the screen and open to the ball. That's beat pressure. She'll get a look from 18 and knock it down. She's up to 7. That's what the lead is right now. And nearly a turnover on the baseline. West on the inbounds. Westfall had it stolen. States 2-on-1. Gets the trailer. Torres, too strong. Ricker rips it away. Under 2 to play now. Skip pass too late. Somehow able to get it is Orlowski, and she is fouled. States in perfect position. I think the pass just high enough that Orlowski able to get there. Tipped it to herself. The foul on McDougal. It was her second. First free throw good for Orlowski. A lot of subs just checked in. We'll look for them here. Second free throw no good. Lost out of bounds. We'll say Mondragon last to touch it. Let's see anybody who's in the lineup for either side for the first time. The pass in for the post by Johnson, wide and out of bounds. 90 seconds to play before the break. Stafford now handling the point. She's one who came back in. Mondragon was one of the other subs who checked in at the between free throws. Conkle. And call West for putting it on her hip. So the turnover occurs with 1:10 to go. West will check out. Ricker back in. Got a nice about 30 to 45 second breather. smothering the inbounds, and it's a steal for Ricker inside. Stafford dumped it back over for Orlowski. No good. Tapped out. Ricker with it. And Stafford able to hold a pivot down, and Schneider falls into her. That'll be her first, 7th team foul, so Stafford to the free throw line for the bonus. Missed 2 earlier and gets that one. Not a lot of air underneath of it. It's not always how pretty they are, but how they go through. Those two did. Down to 4. So we're down to 50 seconds. It's 23-19. Feed inside, Torres, kick out, Purdue. Long 2, it's good. Deborah Purdue scores the basket, 30 seconds to go. Mondragon in the paint, too strong, rebound, Conkle, put back, no. And Johnson tied up. Possession arrow to Wiley. 20 seconds to go. And now things are set. Try to get it in. Over the top to Johnson. And on the sideline with just a couple of ticks under 17 seconds. Springfield will work for one good shot. States nearly steals it. Ricker out to Conkle. Going to have to hurry. Got her back to the basket. Has no idea what the situation was and won't get a shot up. Gave the ball off into the corner. Conkle, the pass carried her into the corner, turning her back. Could not see the clock. So the half expires. It is 25-19 in favor of Wiley. We'll take a seat here and get our commercial break ready to rock. And be back in about 3 minutes for a first half recap here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv from the Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. The broadcast you're seeing today is a production of Big Time Small Town Media. Just 1 year ago, a group of Northeast Colorado sports broadcasters started something we hoped would bring extra joy to the athletes participating in the games we were already covering on radio. It has turned into a service we provide for not only Northeast Colorado athletes, but athletes statewide, region-wide, and internationally who request our services. We do straight-to-DVD production in addition to live internet productions of any event who wants Big Time Small Town Media to be a part of their community, because Big Time Small Town Media is more than just sports. It's community. Are you interested in the services Big Time Small Town Media can provide your upcoming event? I encourage you to contact me at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com. You can see some of the many events we've done in the past year at ihigh.com/bigtimesmalltown. And I encourage you, think about Big Time Small Town Media being a part of your community with whatever upcoming events you've got.
Hello, Jen's dorm room. You know Jen's bright. That's why she's double majoring. And why when it came time to open an account, she chose free checking from Bank of Colorado. She did her homework and learned Bank of Colorado's free checking is the real deal, with free online bill pay, free debit card, and no hidden fees. It makes sense to Jen and to us. Apply online at bankofcolorado.com. Bank of Colorado, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Ever dreamed of having the right answer at just the moment you need it? Then get the iPhone 4S. It's not just a smartphone, it's your own personal assistant, and it's now available at Viera Wireless. The iPhone 4S includes phenomenal new features such as an ultra-sharp, high-resolution display, 8-megapixel high-def camera, and a souped-up processor for speedy performance. And the iPhone 4S actually listens. Ask her a question, she'll have an answer. So stop dreaming and get the iPhone 4S with our fast 4G network now at Fiero. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco, everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
And we're back at halftime here. First girls championship semifinal of the session. Wiley out in front of Springfield, 25-19. Let's see how we got there. It started off with a scoring barrage inside by Wiley. 8 first quarter points by Beth McDougall and 4 from Amber Torres, all of them from point-blank range in the paint. That helped them build the 17-12 advantage. And scoring dipped on both sides in the second quarter as the teams combined for just 15 points in that second frame. And eight of them on the Wiley side. That'll enable them to add a point to their advantage. Individual scoring, we'll start off with the home team, the Wiley Panthers. 2 points from Kim Stateskin. She scored 25 yesterday. She's facing much different defense this time around. 7 points for Terry Johnson. 2 from Sabra Purdue. 10 for Beth McDougall and 4 from Amber Torres. We'll look over on the Springfield side. We've got Taylor Conkle with 2, Maddie West with 2, 3 for Curie Ricker, 3 points for Kayleen Orlowski, and 7 points for Adrian Mondragon, 2 for Bree Stafford. In the foul situation, 2 on Mondragon, and we go over to the Wiley side, 2 apiece for Bailey Dodson, Beth McDougall, and Amber Torres. For Wiley, it's going to be key to keep either of those interior players, McDougall or Torres, from picking up an early third foul here in the third quarter. Same goes for Mondragon on the Springfield side. That's our halftime look back at the first half. We'll step away, be back with you as we get ourselves ready for the second half here on Big Time Small Town Media's coverage of this 49th annual Lamar Holiday Tournament on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv, presented by the Holiday Motel in Lamar.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Akron Auto's proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
I'm Chris Dinsdale, co-chairman, Bank of Colorado, and we care about our communities. From Akron to Yuma, we're covering A to almost Z. We set up strongholds in Fort Lupton, Fort Morgan, and Fort Collins. We've got a shining reputation in Sterling and connect with the people in Grand Junction. We've got branches in all these communities, 33 across Colorado, right where you need them. And that's the way banking should be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719-336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and direct TV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business, proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
And we're about ready to start the third quarter here. I'm Kerry Sherman with you once again here from the Lamar Holiday Classic, Holiday Basketball Tournament, 49th annual. Boys started playing this actually in the first result in the scorebook, or in the program. It's from 1964. Those games were decided by, I think, 1 and 2 points. It was a big school, small school bracket. Girls started playing in 1975. You go back through these, you don't find a heck of a lot of blowouts, especially in the championships. These teams all fairly balanced, and again, everyone knows each other so well down here that it's almost like a Southeast Colorado State tournament. First possession goes over the backboard on the shot. That's a turnover. Inside, McDougal, that all set up by the gamble for the steal and not getting it. Made it a numbers game for Wiley. And now a steal for States. And though she's not contributing a lot of scoring tonight, she has done yeoman's work on the defensive end. And guess that she's probably close to double-figure steals. That's a steal for to see. I believe that's Ricker. These numbers can be a bit difficult to read on the Springfield side. That foul on Purdue is her first. It's first foul of the half on either side. Ricker misses the first free throw. Quickly firing the second one. That one's short. They've hurried too quickly. Mondragon and Johnson tie up. Arrow goes to the Panthers. Johnson on the drive, pick and roll, pass back for McDougal, stolen. Up ahead, Conkle, one dribble, Stafford traveled with it. And Torres did too, did a little hop into the, after she caught it, shuffled hop. Snyder will come in. She replaces Torres about 90 seconds into the half. Ricker, three, good. Kiri Ricker, she heated up in the second half yesterday. Now with 2 3-point baskets. States she'll try a three. Can't answer on this trip. Mondragon with the board. Conkle has her shot blocked. States with it. That almost looked like a 1-1-3 zone out of Wiley. Johnson will fire the three. I think her shot was partially blocked. Ricker will peel it back into the middle for Stafford. Conkle whip it quickly over. And that was out of bounds off the deflection following the shot. Orlowski off glass, no. Johnson rebound. Actually, I think I have diagnosed that defense. We'll take one more look at it, but it looks like a bit of a combination defense by Wiley. States. I'll swing it around, skip past States. Drives, kicks out. States is just itching to fire off one of those from the corner. Comes up with yet another steal from behind on Mondragon. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. States will back it out, spread the floor. Excuse me. Drive, gets a good seal from McDougal and a blocking foul on the baseline against Ricker. Should be her second. They've yet to announce it, but I'm sure that's who they called. States has it knocked loose. Conkle with the recovery. Ricker pushing into Conkle. Off glass, no. Rebound for McDougal. I believe that Wiley is into a 1-3 zone with a matchup on Ricker. Nice pass on the high flex cut from States to Johnson. That'll push it back to a 7-point advantage. And bring a timeout, full timeout from Springfield. That'll be the second timeout used by Springfield. Now they are announcing that previous foul called was on Ricker. Her second foul, and it is the team's first foul of the half. Close the door, please. Close the door, please. As we isolate ourselves here in the box, have a group of young men on the outside who are just a little loud. We don't want to accidentally pick up something on an open mic that we should not have being spoken. Stafford will kick it down into the corner. That's Mondragon. High post Conkle. Stafford loses it and then is called for the foul. As Johnson came up with the steal, Stafford, that's her second foul. Second foul on the team here in the second half. Working against some full court pressure. It peels back quickly after they don't get the steal. Ricker trying to get the steal off of Purdue. Could not come up with it. States gives it off to Johnson. Purdue travels with it before drawing contact. Stafford nearly picked up a third foul. Instead, it's just a travel violation. Conkle skip pass. Kick inside. Conkle turn around at the rim. No. Schneider with the board for Wiley. Springfield looks completely confounded on offense. That'll be tipped out of bounds by Mondragon. Maddie West will check in place of Stafford. Johnson left open. She'll fire three. No. McDougal clean up. Yes. That basket makes it 14 for Beth McDougal. Conkle from the elbow. Good. That's a shot that should be available against this defense. Wiley had little trouble getting it across against pressure. Nice find inside. States behind the defense. Score it for her second basket. 90 seconds to go in this third quarter. 9-point lead for Wiley. Conkle, she'll fire from the free throw area again. Can't knock this one down. Johnson with the rebound. States trying to leak out in front. Puts it on the floor. Jump shot off glass. Good. Now turning to some offense is States. She's got 4 in the quarter. Near steal for Schneider. 56 seconds to go. We've got 3 subs at the table. Demi Obi, number 24. Shetron, number 35. And I think I saw 25 Westfall in for Springfield. Dodson came back in for Wiley along with Torres. 3 on its way. Won't go. Rebound finally into the hands of Johnson. It was West who fired the three. Downside the final 40 seconds now. State's nice find inside. Johnson quick up and in. Double figures for Terry Johnson. The 11 lead has swollen to 13. O&B drop it down. Westfall trying to split the double team. Tied up. The arrow will keep it with Springfield. 18 and a half seconds to go in quarter number 3. Stolen by States. Wiley with an opportunity for the last shot of the quarter. Skip pass for Dodson. She'll put one up from 15 and knock it home. Bailey Dodson's first basket of the contest. Final 3, 2, 1. West firing. Just grazing the rim. We are done with 3 quarters. Wiley pulling away from Springfield, leading by 15.
There she goes again.
What was that in the cereal aisle?
Mrs. Speedley with her Viero 4G smartphone.
Who?
Mrs. Speedley gets all the sales coupons on her smartphone on the Viero 4G network. Knows everything that's on sale. The fastest shopper we have.
She's at the 2-for-1 soda display. No, $1 off salad dressing. No, discount candy.
If you want to do things you love faster and better, switch to Viero's 4G network today. Stuck in a contract? Don't worry. Viero will even pay your early termination fee. Hurry in because Viero now has the iPhone for only $39.99. That's smart. That's fast. That's Viero. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
And we're just about ready for the fourth quarter now. That was a 14-5 advantage in the third period by Wiley. Balanced scoring in that frame. 4 points from States, 4 points from Johnson, 4 from McDougal, and 2 from Dodson. Wiley's done an excellent job limiting the 2 big guns for Springfield. Just 7 points from Mondragon and 6 by Ricker. Ricker gambled for the steal, didn't get it. Inside, it's stolen by Mondragon, tied up. Possession arrow will give it to the Longhorns. They need to find a solution on offense as they need some points and they need them in a hurry. That's not going to help. Offensive foul, illegal screen called on, that was 22, Kayleen Orlowski. I believe that was her first. Purdue and McDougal come back into the lineup for Wiley. State's open on the skip. They'll bring it back up. Into McDougal. Kick out for States. She'll find Johnson alone. 3. That's short. Torres rips it away from Mondragon and scores it. Near steal for States. Ricker got open and knocked one down. It's her third three-point basket. And I believe we're going to get a foul called inside. It's on Shetron. Her second, fourth team foul. We've got a timeout called here. Wiley timeout. Well, they said it was a 30-second timeout. Not sure what they're checking at the desk. Oh, it was the foul before the one there on Shetron, because they did not catch it. I don't believe they ever announced it, because they didn't put it on the board. But I saw the official signal towards the Springfield bench and then put 22 up. I was on the illegal screen call. States directing traffic from the corner. Whip it over. Skip pass for States. Feed inside. Hook back out to her. Her long two, no good. McDougal cleaning up. Johnson skip. Stafford read it, able to get in the passing lane and tip it out of bounds. 6:13 to go. It's a 14-point advantage for the Panthers. States will peel it out and kick the skip. Johnson. Coach Dunning saying, back it out. The three guards keeping it out on the perimeter, skipping it when it's available. Now into the post. McDougal forced him into a man defense. Purdue wanted to get it inside to McDougal. Springfield responded quickly, and now a timeout, a 30-second timeout by Wiley as the defense had converged on, well, they'll say it's a full timeout as coach has used both of his 30s. Defense had converged on Purdue. She had her dribble picked up, and people, even though they were moving from a long distance. It was going to be a long pass for Purdue and a good chance for the Longhorns to step in and intercept it. So Coach Dunning wisely burns a timeout. 5:38 to play in the contest. Again, it's a 14-point advantage for Wiley. Official clearing the baseline. Cheerleaders make sure that Purdue has the space to set up to throw the inbounds. Trying to find McDougal sneaking on the backside. Mondragon able to knock it out of bounds. Johnson all alone, knowing the situation, would not fire the three, but her pass for Purdue, that skip pass, too tall, and even defender jumping in the path could not knock it out. It was sailed out of bounds on the fly. Shetron has to kick it out. Stafford quick two, no. McDougal and Torres collide. Orlowski with it. The basket that was. She has 5 and another turnover by the Panthers. Struggled against the pressure. That pass almost went into the scorer's table. Down on press row. Feed inside Shetron. Had to go down to pick it up. No, that was Orlowski. And capped up on the shot. The arrow favors Wiley. Maggie Schneider comes in, and Torres will head to the Wiley bench. Another near turnover for Wiley. Gets it into the hands of States. Finally, she'll hit it ahead for Johnson. Purdue up top. Getting it to the wing for Johnson, and they'll work some clock here in their man offense. Drop down for McDougal, fouled from behind. Called on Mondragon, her third. That's the fifth foul on Springfield in the half. McDougal misses the first free throw. Second one still to come. Got a sub waiting at the table in case she makes this. It'll come in on the Springfield side. It's number 3, Taylor Conkle. Mondragon will exit with the 3 fouls, 4:22 to play. Sure we'll see her again shortly. Shetron, kick out. Long 2, no. Tapped around. Put back. Bree Stafford. It's an 11-point game. Springfield refusing to go away. They're going to fight to the final horn. A lot of motion, trying to run States off of as many screens as possible. Here she gets a 15-foot look off of a rub screen from Purdue and knocks it home. 3.5 to go. Lead still holding in double figures at 13. And Shetron kick out. Orlowski 3, no. And it's going to be a rebound foul from behind on Conkle. That is her first. And I believe that's the 6th team foul. Next time they'll make the trip for free throws. Conkle steals the overpass. Feed inside for Conkle. Tipped out of there. West with it. Feed inside. Conkle kick it back out. West will fire 3. Good. Maddie West with a 3. That's down to 10. We've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. States will fire the 3 and answer. She has 11. That'll put it back to 13. Shetron is fouled. It's just the second foul of the half. I was called on Purdue. Ahead States. Jump stop. Blocked. Shetron with the board. Ricker, I'm going to call it a blocking foul on McDougal. Up on Snyder. Mondragon and Stafford come back in. That's the 3rd team foul of the half against Wiley. 3 again for West. Knocks it down again. She has 8. Back to a 10-point game. Minute 50 to play. Johnson looking inside. Pulls it back out to Purdue. Panthers running clock down to 1:33. States throws up an air ball, rebounded by Schneider, though. Under a minute and a half to go. West will foul Johnson. I believe that's first on Maddie West. That's the 17th foul. Johnson's free throw no good. Rebound by Mondragon. Ricker pushes ahead, turns it over. Purdue with the steal. Jumped in the passing lane. They'll try to keep the ball in the hands of Johnson and States as much as possible. Conkle slapping at it. And officials letting him play. As felt that it was not enough contact for a foul. That's fourth timeout taken by Wiley with 61 seconds to play here in this opening championship quarterfinal or semifinal here. And Wiley fans, your boys will be up next as they face off with Holly in it, I believe. Again, yes, it'll be Wiley and Holly next. That'll be our first boys championship semifinal. Loser of this contest will play for third place tomorrow. And that'll be in this same time slot. Mondragon steals the inbounds pass. West pulls up for two. It's off. Knocked out of bounds. They'll say last by Schneider. Will stay with Springfield. Ricker comes in looking for some perimeter shooting. Torres replaces Schneider. Ricker fires the three. No good. Rebound by Johnson out to Purdue. And West trying to foul her. And she pushes her afterwards and will be called for the intentional foul. Grabbed her jersey twice. Official right on top of it. Would not call the foul. Trying to stop the clock. Gives a shove. And then gets tagged for the intentional. Purdue knocks down the first. Second one too strong. Wiley will get the ball with 45 seconds to go and the 11-point lead. Stafford will replace West. Get it into Johnson. She'll just hand it off to Purdue. Ricker reaching in, trying to get the steal. Whistled for the foul. That's her third. Still a 1-and-1 for Purdue. West back in place of Stafford. And see, 37.7 seconds on the clock. Free throw no good. McDougal couldn't corral it. Mondragon does. Ricker will push. Has it tipped away. Tries to save it as it goes out of bounds. Cannot do it. 29 seconds to go. Coach Dunning going his bigs on defense, guards on offense, trying to get the best free throw shooters out there. It looks like Springfield will just play it straight up. Final 16 seconds. Put the pressure on the ball. See if they can come away with the steal but not commit the foul, and then Conkle gives up the foul with 8 seconds on Snyder. That's the 10th team foul against Springfield here in the second half, so Schneider will shoot 2. First one up for the lefty is good. That'll get her into the scorebook. Second one, also good. Ricker fires one into the post. Mondragon is fouled by Johnson. Her first. Mondragon will shoot 2 shots with 0.2 of a second to go. First one will roll home. That'll give her 8. And 9, and should provide our final margin as ball comes in and horn sounds. Do a quick rundown of our scoring. On the Wiley side, it was 11 points for Kim States, 11 for Terry Johnson, 3 points from Sabra Purdue, 2 for Bailey Dodson, 2 for Maggie Schneider, 15 from Beth McDougall, and 6 for Amber Torres. For Springfield, 4 points from Taylor Conkle, 8 out of Maddie West, 9 for Kiri Ricker, 5 for Kayleen Orlowski, 9 for Adrian Mondragon, and 4 points for Bree Stafford. That wraps up the coverage of our girls championship semifinal number 1. We'll be back in about 10 to 12 minutes for the first boys championship semifinal. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. I want to thank you for joining us here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Hope you're back with us for game number, 6 of the day here on our Big Time Small Town Media broadcasts.